7 AM, Arnside seafront, Thursday morning, setting off on the Packrafts.
It's a slight difference in weight.
So this is the problem in the bay, the sand. It can get very sticky and gloopy at the edge. Sun just rising over Arnside, and we're just going into the Kent Channel now, and we're going to get pushed down towards Humphrey Head Point. Alistair's given up paddling. He's walking down the channel instead. Bank of sand now. Walking towards Kent's bank. You may have to walk all the way. Dry land again. Kent's bank. Heading along Bridleway now, between Humphrey Head and the Carlisle Grange Peninsula. So Andrew, who lives on the coast there, has actually lent us some bikes. So a third mode of transport. So we're going to cycle the next 3 or 4 miles. This is easy going.
Heading straight towards us.
Just got to sprint up the far side. Oh, it's pretty good.
It's alright.
Got a few gullies to cross. Slippery. Back on the sand again. Walked past Home Island and we found the main Ullswater channel. Bit of a rude awakening that. We're just sat there just about to finish putting our boats together. Alistair says, "Look!" And behind us is the tide coming in. Over the sand. Yeah, look how far we've come. Water piling in from the right there to cut across another channel. And we're through the viaduct. That was something else. Suddenly the tide took us. There's a massive whirlpool just developed. And we were fighting this whirlpool.
That is one wild run.
And then suddenly we get to the viaduct and you're pushed through, and there's quite a big dip on the far side. You're not quite sure how deep. Oh, it's great just to relax, listen to the roar of the water. Being washed into an eddy here. Went to a corner. Alistair's broken out back into the main channel. We'll join him in a second. Now heading towards Greenodd. Getting a real fantastic push on the tide now. Getting a nice push through under the footbridge at Greenodd. Doing a nice 4 miles an hour or something. We're coming under a bridge here. Look at that. This is the best way to get into the Lake District, I think.
So.
All these hairpins at the moment in the river. Windermere is somewhere up there, just beyond the horizon. We're now out the River Leven, a beautiful landing point, a little bench to rest our weary bodies on. That was quite an epic morning, that. Now we've got a bit of a trek up a few miles to Newby Bridge. On the portage now from Haverthwaite to Newby Bridge. Beautiful woodland, heavy packs. Looking forward to getting back on the water. Newby Bridge, next setup, next departure for the Packrafts. Suddenly there's lots of water traffic about as we approach Felfoot Park.
It's all,
Yeah,
all gone a bit.
it's going to be busy for a while, I think, all the way at Windermere. Out on the open lake now, so probably time to look at getting a sail up. We're getting blown up quite a nice 1 or 2 miles an hour already, so we could just sit here and end up at Ambleside about 10 o'clock tonight probably. Picking up pace now. Nice 3 or 4 miles an hour up the lake using the bivvy bag. Past point B, whatever point B is, we're going past it. Halfway down Windermere now, or a bit more than halfway, dodged the ferry. It's a close call. About 9 o'clock at night, we're still going up the lake. Still did a bit of paddling, we're back on sail now. There's a bit of a breeze, just enough to keep us going about 3 miles an hour, 2.5, 3 miles an hour. Welcome to the world of raft, tarp, tent. You can use your raft and a tarp to make an absolutely indestructible shelter that'll survive the harshest of conditions. Oh, it's pretty grim out there today. It's very wet, second day. Looking back to the lake. See some big waves. There it is, Brothers Water. The next section. I think we're going to get blown across that at high speed. You can see the waves from here. All ready for Brothers Water. Not a long paddle. I'm not sure about the connecting river. Had a bit of an issue there. Had some incredible gusts of wind come down the lake. They're lifting up the water and I got bowled completely over. Alistair got my boat, but he lost his paddle. He's gone back to get his paddle, so we're now back on the shore of Brothers Water. Ullswater. Here's Ullswater. Lots of it. More than normal probably. Out in Ullswater and just sitting here in the boat, heading towards Pooley Bridge. It's about 3 miles an hour. Not even paddling. Honestly, things are getting quite wild on Ullswater. Riding the wave. Alistair's manning the tiller. That's the end of Ullswater. Down to Pooley Bridge. Now you may find a cafe or somewhere to warm up. It's pretty cold on the lake. Heading down the Eamont now. Just gone past a weir that wasn't even marked on the map. So just got to keep your eyes a little bit peeled. But water levels seem about ideal here. Day 3. The tank tent survived the night very well. Actually dried out some of my clothing. Alistair's in the hammock
Penthouse suite.
tarp. Yeah, penthouse suite. Sleep well?
Yeah, it's comfy, but colder.
Colder,
Yeah.
alright. Yeah, I suppose.
It's got a lot going for it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's quite a lot of wildlife in the tent. Put your torch on, there's beetles and spiders and everything crawling around. But you turn the torch off and they go back to sleep. The river level looks about the same. Murky brown chocolate. Day 3, setting off down the Eamont. Very nice conditions. So this is the first weir of the day. Not a massive affair. In fact, it looks like it could go down the left hand side, but the wider channel looks, I mean the right hand side, the wider channel looks on the left hand side on the map, so perhaps go with that. I'm just going to walk over this. Just at the viaduct here, and spotted this in the river. There's a red line going across, tied across for some reason. I think we can tighten it up. Retied it now, so we've got plenty of space to get underneath it. Could have been quite a nasty hazard though if you got pulled up on that. There's a proper weir here. We can just walk down the right hand side. Yeah, you wouldn't really want to shoot that. Here's the bridge at Eamont Bridge, the old A6. There's another weir we've had to portage round. Bruffham Castle. Hey! So this is the end of the Eamont, the start of the River Eden, which is very gentle here, but it pretty much doubles our water flow. Very placid. I'm out at Langwathby. I'm going to find some food, provisions for tonight. So here's the viaduct, and we've got a bit of a portage after this, so we're going to look for somewhere to land just after the viaduct. So there's the railway bridge, and this is what we've portaged around. That's where you don't want to end up in with your Packraft. There we are, bypass the falls. Woohoo! This is the second portage of the day at Arnside. Have to get out the river and walk down the road a little bit. Arnside Bridge, back in for the last section today, looking for somewhere to camp downstream. Last camp of the trip. There's tent, tank, tarp, raft, whatever you call it, shelter Mark II. There's Alistair's hammock and tarp.
That's going to take it.
Mark II. Day 4 of the Cumbria Packraft traverse. In the raft, tank, tent, tarp, things are getting damper, so hopefully this is the last day, because they're going to be completely waterlogged soon. Day 4, heading towards Carlisle now. Weatherall gorge nearly finished, a few more rapids to do, at least one weir to get around, but hopefully less technical than yesterday. Still got a good flow on the river. That's the Throttle Crook.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is certainly something to portage around. The weir just beyond the Warwick Bridge.
Just before Warwick Bridge.
Just before Warwick Bridge. So walking down this path, sensible decision.
Another big
This is when we've got sun. Getting wet. Speeding along though. It's not the roar of the rapids or the weir, it's the roar of the M6. Suddenly quiet underneath the bridge.
and it's stopped raining.
Yeah.
Oh, cows.
Hitting Carlisle now, the bridge is in Carlisle. Nice parkland.
Flapping their wings. The old birds are king.
Brief rest. It definitely feels like we've reached the beginning of the Solway Firth here. And here we are on the Solway Firth. The tide is due to come in any second now, so we've just made it in time. Again, out on this sandbank. There's the incoming tide. Got out 10 minutes before that came up the Solway. That would have pushed us back up towards Carlisle.